What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Sixth Street Entertainment Podcast, and thank you once again for joining me, Jordan, also known as Kitsukapow, and my good friend Junior here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Junior.
My name is Big Junior, also known as Big Man Junior OG.
All right, and today we got a little bit of Gamescom for you guys. I know
We've been gone
Gamescom,
for a while.
yeah, been gone for a little over a month now. Um, we got a few shows that passed. A couple other than Gamescom. We had THQ Nordic go by. Um, Me and Junior were just talking before we started this, and we had a what was it? The Ubisoft one just happened, and then Marvel and Disney did their video games one, which they showed a bunch of stuff, and a bunch of that got shared on Facebook. If you guys are following, if not, make sure you go just follow Sixth Street Entertainment Facebook, follow our page, follow our YouTube, also Sixth Street Entertainment, and make sure you guys go download this episode at Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, and Odyssey. Oh, and
Yep,
Apple Podcasts.
yep, yep,
um,
yep.
all right, so this, like I said, it's been a little over a month. Before we get into the shows, we'll do like we always do, what we've been playing, and I'm trying to think. I played something new right before this. I was telling you that Roller Champions I jumped into. I guess I'll start with that one. Download that on Nintendo Switch. That's free. And like I was telling you, it's like the first game I jumped into. I don't know if the levels are different because the tutorial I played, it was kind of like think of like a skate park where it was teaching you how to like look around, jump, do all the moves and stuff, and you could ride around. The first match I actually played against people online, it was just like a circle, like an oval, um, and you're skating around, and you have to get the ball, and you have to go around this track so many times and hit these like what would you call it, like these little barriers basically, and you hit four of them, and you're able to score, and it builds your points up too, and how many like points you get for one score. It could be 1, 3, or 5. So you go around and you're trying to score, the other team's trying to stop you, and vice versa. You're trying to stop them. You could tackle. You can jump up in the air and try and catch the ball when they throw it up in and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. So I'm gonna try and get my girlfriend Helen try and download that too. Um, and then started getting back into Dying Light a little bit here and there. I just did like a couple of the story missions, and then did like a side mission or two.
You back into that too.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get her back into it too, but it's hard. It's hard to. She says I always leave her, and now I'm like, I was trying to wait for her in the game, but as I played, and now my parkour skills are like way up there. It's gonna be hard to like while I'm running, remember that she's not gonna be able to like scramble up a wall and jump or something. She's gonna end up like hitting it and falling after watching me scramble up. Like, why can't I do that? Like, oh shit, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah,
uh,
that's true. Like you get like I had like when you had the freaking glider, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go like that. Like, okay, fuck it. Which way I have to go?
yeah, exactly. um,
Like that, but still,
let's.
the glider looks cool, but there's other little things I
The
want to get
glider's
in
cool.
there.
Glider's
Yeah,
cool.
but I want my grappling hook. I remember when I got the grappling hook and that thing. I didn't. It was nighttime. I was like, "Fuck! I have the grappling hook. Nothing's gonna fucking catch my ass," and nothing did.
Yeah, the
With my
grappling hook's
grappling
gonna
hook.
be dope.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna be dope on that.
So then after that, jumped into a little bit of Deathloop. Started playing that a little more. I'm still trying to go through the missions on that, and I'm still pretty much learning that game. Just barely starting to get the hang of it and understand it and everything now. But having
Mm,
fun with that one still. What else? What else did I play? Other than that, it's just been like little stuff, like very little stuff here and there. I don't think I've really played anything serious. We've been busy really the last few weekends with our camping trip we had, and then
the heat wave.
the heat wave. Yeah, that was another reason of not freaking recording last weekend because it was like 112 degrees outside, and like most of you know, I record in my garage, and when it's 112 out there, it's pretty much the same thing in here.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Uh,
Really, I
didn't
started.
you didn't you beat Pokemon?
Was that between the last
I'm pretty sure it was.
podcast? I did get through Pokemon Sword. I beat that, and then I started. What is it, Arceus or Arceus? I'm not sure which one it is.
R RCS
Arceus.
Arceus
I'm
something like that.
kind of. I'm a little undecided about that game, and I'm still like I'm like pretty still early into the game, but it's definitely different what you do. I like the game mechanics, how it looks. Like it looks great, plays awesome, but just the goals and the objective, the whole point of this game, I'm like, it seems like I'm going around just trying to catch a lot of the same Pokemon, do research on them rather than like going to do gym battles and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's before really
The
that. You're
early
just going
times,
around.
yeah.
Yeah, you're just going around, and it said a lot of people said that at first they were like, until they got more into the game, and then once they got into like
I could probably see that.
a part of the game, then they were like, oh yeah, this is good. This is what this was, not what I thought it was,
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
I could probably see that. So yeah, I've been playing that one a little bit here and there. Um, like I said, Helen, I've been trying to get her on more Nintendo Switch games, and she's just got Dead by Daylight. Although I do want to play that one again. They just came out that new Wesker update that we talked about for Resident Evil, and got the new Survivor in there too. So I kind of want to get back into that and see what else is new in there. And they redid the Raccoon City level. Um, but she downloaded the regular NES, the classic games, and then what's the other one that you get without the expansion? Not N64. I think is it just the Super Nintendo or Sega?
And Sega.
You get all three of those without the expansion?
Yes, yeah.
I know N64 you don't. I do know that.
No, that's the only one that wasn't because
Oh, okay.
of the bigger hitter games and that. Well, not bigger hitters. It was just because of that. I
Yeah.
think it just took more demand on that because that one you could. I think it just took more demand. That's why.
Because people
Uh,
wanted
pe-
a lot of good N64 games that they didn't even put on.
Yeah, they put a good bunch of them, but there's a lot of them that they start putting afterwards. We're like, come on, none of this one. Give me the better one.
Yeah, there's decent ones on there, but like I still argue with Pokemon Snap, even though that was a great game. Like we already have Pokemon Snap. We don't need another Pokemon Snap. I'll substitute that for Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah,
Or Time Splitters.
or GoldenEye.
Yeah, or GoldenEye. Shoot. Yeah, that's a real big surprise. They don't have freaking GoldenEye.
I want to say they don't have GoldenEye for I think copyright issues.
Is that what it was?
I no, I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating
All right. All right.
because I would assume so
That's rare, I'm
because
pretty sure.
yeah, I'm just saying that from GoldenEye and that I would see I could see why they wouldn't be able to, but on some aspects of it, but I don't see why not in other ones.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like that, there's a couple other ones like that, like old Pokemon. Yeah, you could. It's better the newer Pokemon Go basically. The new not Pokemon Go. The new Pokemon Snap basically destroys the old one. It
Really?
just
And I
goes.
haven't even seen the new one yet.
Yeah, I have the new one. Whenever you want to borrow it,
I still got Metroid Dread too.
I know I need to borrow that, but I need to. I was trying to beat Pokemon Shield first, and then
Yeah. With Pokemon Sword and Shield, I think I found quick tip. If you get your Pokemon up to level 70, that's what I got them up to. I was able to run through everything else.
oh, I've been able to run through everything so far.
Well,
I haven't really.
you get all the way to the end.
I haven't even really had to train. The only one I had to the kind of train up was because I got him as a low level later on. Was
Yeah.
my little toxin little dude, the little baby toxin dude.
Cuz I think the one guy, the main guy you fight, I'm pretty sure at the end Pokemon, I think some of his highest level it's like 65ish, 65, 66. I want to say it was around there.
No, The thing is, what I did in the beginning, because I thought the gym was in the first town, the big town you meet. You know, if you go through the wild, and then you go up the staircase.
Yeah.
I thought that was the first gym. So I was like, okay, what level is the gym leader here? It's all here. This is the level. Okay, I'm already at that level. I go, and I'm like, oh no, the gym you have to go left. I'm like, oh. So my dudes were like already like 3, 4 levels above the first gym. So I've been above every gym I've been at.
That's pretty much what I was at too. I was at the same thing too.
Yeah, but I did that from the beginning because I thought the gym was right there. But I had to track and go beat all the other dudes and any Pokemon I ran into and stuff like that. And right now, I believe my people are around, they're around 60. And I beat the last gym leader.
Oh, so yeah, you're the other people are pretty quick. Like I said, you could probably just go and fight them.
Oh, yeah, I probably would. I got my whole team set. There was only one weak one, but it was his first evolve. Now I evolved into the dragon. He just whoops ass.
I know there was when I beat it. We won't talk about this for too much longer. Get into the other stuff, but I know when I beat it, there's like an end game part to it too, where like another spot opens up that lets you in. And I think that's how you go and get like that special Pokemon, like the Sword or the Shield Pokemon. But I didn't, just because there's so many games that we had to get into, and then I wanted to get into um, RCS or Arceus, that I just ended up jumping right into that one.
I'm gonna probably beat it. I'm going to beat it. It's just I've been slacking on it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I definitely know what you mean.
Yep. There's so many other games I'm slacking on. I need to keep going. But
what have you been playing though? Anything new in the last month?
not really. Like I said, I've been busy. Like what? Not the I think 1 week, and then the week after we went camping. Then they're not heat wave. I had to freaking go to TJ. So that took another big old chunk of time.
Just
Then we
hey,
ran.
let's go to Tijuana. It seems like a good idea.
Oh yeah, that's like was my choice to go. No, wasn't my choice to go.
You're working for the cartel,
Oh,
aren't you? I blew your cover, Genie.
they've been trying to find me. They still haven't caught me. Anyways, we went, got there, stayed for about a day or so, about a day. Then we came back. Like that, I took the Switch with me to see if I was. I'm probably gonna play it, but during the time navigating there, make sure you get there and over there, just be busy with the family, and then coming back was fucking just dread hot in this traffic because it was a smart idea to close 2 lanes in the freaking on Monday, which was like 113 to close 2 of the lanes going up the hill, the Bakerfield Hills.
That's the best time and spot to do it
Yeah,
at.
during the day, because
they
no, no,
they they probably purposely did that to have a pool going on how many cars would break down that day.
probably because I didn't see when we went through there. It was backed up for like it was backed up literally west from the Bakerfield Hills all the way back into freaking Six Flags. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I was able to find different ways to kind of go around it a little bit until the right front of the Bakerfield Hills because there's no other roads that would jump on up there. So you had to go up that part, and I didn't see no construction. All I saw was dudes huddling off in the right side corner, huddled together, doing nothing.
That was the betting table.
And a lot of them, yeah, a lot of them did break down because fucking being stalled and that, and then trying to creep up the thing. Uh, idiots. But I digress. No, I haven't been playing, and then I've been switching my shit to from my Xbox One to the Series S, so that take a whole bunch of time. figuring shit out and everything. Now I gotta figure it out, and I'm good. Now I need to buy a memory thing for that for the external, since so I don't have to keep freaking moving them. Yep.
I wonder, does the Series S take that same exact little memory card that the Series X takes that I got?
Probably.
That those little fucking things are expensive.
Yeah, the micro. Yeah, the micro SD. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. PlayStation 5 you got in those the same thing for the PlayStation 5.
Phil Spencer got you. Don't worry, just like you got me and everyone else.
Except for Nick.
Well, PS5, Sony got him with his hard drive. Those ones
No,
are.
you who do
Oh,
you
motherfucker.
yeah, but
Son of a bitch.
yeah, but you got
You're.
away from but you got your consoles for in a sense
I,
free,
I,
so
I did get my
so
memory card too for free, just about.
see.
Alright.
And technically I got mine for free, but that story I'm not gonna tell on
MBT, thank
here.
you.
Yeah. All right, then. I haven't been able a chance to play, but after this, I'm most likely gonna play
We're
something.
playing Roller Champions,
Oh yeah, see, I said we are play something.
Roller Derby.
Yeah. All right, then. That's about it. Let's get on ahead to another shit now.
Okay, I do got a couple of news articles that saved over the last month. See if these are still relevant. Oh, yeah. Here's one real quick. Dragon Ball Super superhero takes down Beast at the U.S. weekend box office. So Dragon Ball Super came out. Well, this article was August 22nd, so a few weeks ago. Um, not only did it do very good at the box office, but me, Nick, Robert, and then one of the guests that we had on our show, Cody, we all went to go see it, and I'm sure Nick will talk about. Wait, did Nick already talk about this? What he thought about the movie? Because I know me and Nick had a little discussion about it off screen here. But
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
if you don't remember it, then probably not. So I'm sure he'll have something to say about it because I know he was very opinionated about it. But me, who doesn't
So was Josh.
follow it as closely, I actually thought it was really good. It's pretty dope. The action was cool in it. All the animation I thought was good. Um, I know there like I said, there was a couple of gripes that Nick said, and I can understand what Nick's saying. I just like I said, not knowing the story, not being that into it, I didn't even like see that deep into it to what he was saying. But what he's saying makes sense. But I'll wait for a later time for him to come back on and share that with us.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. Battlefield 2042. Watch the latest development update. See what's coming. This is off IGN. And I know that there was an update. Like I said, this article was on the 22nd. I believe there's been an an update since between now and the 22nd of August. And actually, I talked to another special guest that we had on the show a while back, Angelo, and me and him were talking about Battlefield and other games inside the paint store when I saw him. And do you remember when I came on and I talked about that they had reworked one of the maps? I haven't tried playing it yet since they have, so I can't really speak on whether it was good or
They
not,
said
but
they
I heard it was good.
reworked the dredge. You know, the one where
Mm,
it has tanker ships all in the thing.
what, on this last update or the first update? Because the first update I believe was Kaleidoscope. And I don't know if it's Kaleidoscope, but I know I remember what it looked like. It was like a big like grassy field area that they were showing leading up to a building. And the problem was remember how we were complaining? Well, yeah, we were complaining about the same thing. It was just like open and freaking just Sniper City and tank. If anyone's got vehicles or helicopters or anything, it's just like a flat like open land that you just get blown to shit on. Well, I guess what they did was rework it in a way where they created hills, they added other things like maybe more trees or whatever, more stuff to hide behind, and did like a complete rework, and it sounded really, really, really good. I read from what I read, it came out really, really good, and people really liked it. And so, in this latest update that just happened, when me and Angela were talking, like I said, I haven't been on Battlefield in a little while, so I can't speak like firsthand on it. But he said that they reworked like pretty much everyone, if not every single one, and did the same exact thing. In those areas where it was just like too open and there's really nothing, they tweaked the elevation to it, added stuff in to hide behind, maybe busted down vehicles or something. You know, I'm not sure, but that's what I read. They did do a lot of it. So
That's good.
if that's the case, yeah, I do want to get back. I'm very curious to get back in and try to see what it's like again. It could be a
Yeah,
lot better. Because I know
yeah.
that new map that they put out that we played, that new map was good. Exposure, the one in the caves
Exposure.
and stuff, and then you came from like up top eventually. Once you the enemy started pushing, you had to drop down and go into the like the tunnels and get the letter. Junior, oh, I think we lost Junior. Oh, there
No.
you are. You're back.
I think my thing went out for a second.
um,
I'm back then. Yeah.
yeah, you remember which one I was talking about though? Maybe I don't even know
Uh,
if you played it. No, I'm pretty sure you played it. Josh played it. It's
yeah.
when we were all playing it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I played it. I just the exposure. I remember. I just.
I mean, anyways, the point of it is,
Yeah, I know the new level we played. Like, oh, this is the new level.
yeah,
Oh no! Remember, I had to fix my thing. And you guys were playing. You guys got the new map, and then I joined in after.
yeah,
Finally,
yeah.
but I
You,
did see it. But yeah,
so the point though was when they came out with that new map, they knew to me and from again from what I was reading from everyone and that one I got to play, everyone was really liking what they did with it, and it was complete opposite what they had done with all the other maps. So they were going in the right direction. They know where they messed up at. So you know, I think the reworks of these maps are definitely going to be for the better.
there's some maps there like that. Like I think it's called the Dredge. It's just an open, mucky area where it looks like tanker ships were being cut, just demolished because the water was gone and everything. And then
For
if
sure, I know which
you're
one you're talking about.
basically on the defending side, you had the higher ground, you had everything else basically going for you, and on the other side, you had a long trek to get to anywhere there was any cover, and if they had freaking air supremacy or had snipers on top of that thing, you were just getting picked off. You would be
You
getting picked off right going right from spawn. They'll be right there going.
you're talking about that one where they sit on top of that tanker ship and the tanker ship's like hella high and you got to get it like inside of it.
Yeah,
Eventually, at one point, I know. Yeah, that one was pissing me the fuck off.
yeah,
I know
that
which one you're
one,
talking about.
and then you try to take it over, and then they just keep coming in. They either
Like honestly, with that, I wouldn't even mind if they did so little as not doing elevation changes because I do understand, you know, that that's a good spot for snipers to sit up high on top of that tanker. It's a vantage point, but they had to add more stuff in.
cover.
Yeah, because they did have a couple broke down buildings, but they had to add like some broke down walls or
Yeah,
something
but
that you can bounce to avoid those snipers. Because running from the building to buildings that they did have, it was just like you needed to pray before you went anywhere. Just pray,
yeah,
close your
but
eyes, and hope for the
even
best.
yeah, right. By the time you get if you're able to get to the area right there,
Yeah,
you had some cover. But before that, remember it was just a little small grass green field, like a field, like a little field right there. That field was like in the game was about this far, but in real and we were trekking it was like you're right there like a good second going
yeah, yeah.
like that and right there. And if they saw you, they if they saw you, you get shot at and maybe you get killed, or if not, the plane comes in and goes like.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like that one didn't really need an elevation change or stuff like that. It just needed, in a sense, like cover for just for people who weren't like if no one was up ahead or had things up there, they needed to get up there.
Yeah. So I do know another thing that came with the update was they did add a new specialist in as well. I'm not sure what he does, what his ability was. I'm not sure who he is, what his name is, but I know a new specialist was added. um,
I say, in the most part, a Battlefield is good. It's just the levels need to be tweaked, and the guns needed to be a little tweaked too.
I thought the some of the guns maybe.
Certain guns, not all of the
Yeah,
guns,
yeah,
just
yeah,
certain
yeah.
guns.
Some of the guns, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Certain guns needed to just be a little tweaked out because I was with a marksman rifle getting killed by a fucking submachine gun from long distance.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of when I was like, yeah, no. I was thinking the submachine guns, man.
Yeah, that's bullshit right there. How are you gonna give me how is a marksman rifle not more accurate than a submachine gun?
Yeah.
I can understand with the old Call of Duty they had the shotguns with the slugs, but you had to be basically arcing the shit out of that and kill them. I can see that being killed. But you're not gonna be bullshitting me with a fucking submachine gun and that snipe me from fucking when I'm top of the building and I'm shooting down at him and he just snipe me. Bullshit. On that. But that aspect will go on. Go ahead, Jordan.
All right. Next up, we got Netflix. I'm kind of bouncing around here. These are not in any particular order. Netflix ad supported plan will reportedly block show downloads. So, and this off IGN, it seems Netflix's ad supported tier will have even more differences from the higher tiers, as a new report suggests subscribers to Netflix's upcoming cheapest plan won't have the ability to download shows to watch later. First reported by Bloomberg, code found inside the Netflix iPhone app revealed that users for the ad-supported tier won't be able to download series and movies for offline viewing, as expected. The code also shows that customers won't be able to skip ads and that playback controls will be unavailable during ad breaks. Currently, Netflix subscribers on mobile devices can download content to watch when offline. For example, this is particularly useful when getting ready for a flight, as you can download stuff to watch without paying for in-flight Wi-Fi. This isn't the only limitation we've heard about for the ad-supported tiers. Last month, we learned Netflix's ad tier might not include every Netflix show. Yeah, so another bullshit thing Netflix is coming up with, along with all their price hikes. To me, that is not that big of an issue because I really don't. Um, I really don't travel anywhere where I don't have a way to watch something, and if I do, like camping, I'm not going camping to go watch Netflix.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not that big of an issue to me. I guess the flying thing, I could see that might piss some people off. I don't fly that often, so like I said again, that doesn't really affect me. Um,
But you would probably be like us. We'll probably, if we were flying, we'd probably be on our Switch playing something instead of watching.
yeah, actually, the last couple times I flew, I have my Switch. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of BS, I guess. It's just more stuff coming down from Netflix, but is what it is. I mean, you can always cancel.
Netflix needs to watch it, otherwise it's gonna. If Netflix destroyed one thing, took Blockbuster out, but if it keeps doing this way, Netflix is gonna get fucking taken down by one of the other streaming services.
Yeah. I don't
If
know.
they keep,
Netflix still has got some of the best stuff, though, I gotta say.
yeah, but nah, but if they keep doing stupid shit like this, like then yeah, they're going. That's why I think if they keep doing stupid shit. I don't have Netflix, so it doesn't matter to me whatsoever. But
All right. Next up, we got. Do you remember that game, Mordhau? It's supposed to be like Chivalry.
more,
It's.
I think so.
I don't know if it was a free to play. I want to say it did cost money. It was on PC already. 64-player multiplayer hack and slash game, Mordhau. It's going to be coming to Xbox and PlayStation platforms, and they already do have trailers for a first look at the console version that's out. You could probably find those on YouTube, I'm sure. Um, they do not have a date on it yet, but it will be coming, and I'm very, very interested to probably play that one. That or Chivalry, I've always said I wanted to get into something like that because that's kind of a game or a type of game I don't think we've ever really had that we played, like some sort of medieval game, especially a medieval multiplayer game like that. Seems like could be kind of fun.
Medieval. Yeah, we have a couple games that's medieval, but nothing to that extent. There's a couple games that'd be cool to play, but For Honor was a good one. I like that one, but we never got into it. But that one could be cool. That would be interesting to play.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Lord of the Rings Weta Workshop and Private Division to release new games set outside the films. This off IGN. Also, this was almost a month ago, August 15th. A new Lord of the Rings game is on its way from Weta Workshop and Private Division set as part of the literary universe rather than that of the films. Announced today via Twitter, the upcoming game takes place in Middle Earth with Weta, who worked on the original Peter Jackson movies as well as Amazon's The Rings of Power, teaming up with Take-Two's Private Division publishing label, which, by the way, I heard The Rings of Power... Wait, that's the new Amazon TV show, I believe, right?
I believe so.
I would if that's the name of it. That new Lord of the Rings TV show came out. I heard it's like been very very good. I've heard nothing but good things about it. That's all I've been reading.
Yeah, from what I've heard from that and seen a bit of it, I've seen they've been saying it's been good. I haven't
Yeah.
heard nothing negative.
Um. So it says we're thrilled to announce that we have partnered with Weta Workshop to publish a new game set in the literary Middle Earth universe of J.R.R. Tolkien. Revealed Private Division. We look forward to sharing more about the project in the future. So that is what we know about it right now. Okay, so actually no, we do know a little bit more. It says the game is in early development and probably won't see anything until 2024. So very very early.
Yeah,
Just kind of an announcement.
yeah,
Let's
I see that.
see here. That was the Marvel Disney showcase, which I had already kind of mentioned. Let's see. Yeah, that's really it. That's the news that I got. Do you got any news that you want to add in, Junior?
All right, if we're going for news, I have the
Here, while you,
Game Pass.
I'll let you read yours real quick. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab me a water real fast.
Alrighty then.
You can run through
All
those.
right, for Game Pass, which I got this off of Polygon. The ones that are gonna come for Game Pass Xbox is Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's a part life sim, Viva the Animal Crossing, part Kingdom Hearts Wishful Fulfillment. Player's journey to the Dreamlight Valley, a fantasy world where Disney and Pixel characters live on a mission to restore magic to the land while dispelling the night thorns spawning by a catastrophic unknown phobia known as the Forgetting. The other one is Metal Hellslinger, coming from out the Outsiders and FunCon. Players slay demons to the beat of heavy metal and hard rock, thanks to the original soundtrack featuring artists butchering his name, Sherdine Takeoff from System of a Down, Matt Evilton of Chervermine. I'm butchering all these names. Randy Belloza of Lamb of God, Alyssa White Good of Arch Enemies, and many others. All right. There's other games for the Game Pass, which the bigger ones are Metal Hellsinger, which will be out in 4 days, September 15th.
Oh, is that one already coming?
Yep, it's coming out on 15th of this month.
All right.
And that's the big boy ones. This week, I'll put this up on our Facebook later on so you can see those other ones. Oh, and then DC Legends of the Super Pet, the adventure of Crypto and Ace will be on the 13th. It says that. Oh, this one. You suck at parking. That's another one. That'll be a cool one. It'll be out on the 14th. And here's a couple games that'll be leaving Game Pass on the 15th. Plague Tale of the Innocents.
I
That's
saw
because it
that.
sucks.
I did see that one.
Yeah, since they have the newer one, so that's why probably.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 8 also, and the other. I think there's other couple more ones, but those I say were the more big hitter ones.
All
All
right.
right. The Xbox with Gold that'll be for this month. This is from GameSpot. God Will Fall from the 1st to the 30th. Double Kick Heroes from the 16th to October 15th. Thrillville from the 1st to the 15th. And Portal 2 from the 16th to the 30th.
Portal 2 is a
And
good game.
these will be one of the last. I think next month will be This will be September will be one of the last ones that are going to be coming out for the gold. Next month is when they're going to stop it. I think so. Next month they probably going to do one more gold, and after that, no more.
R.I.P.
As I mentioned before. All right, and for PlayStation Plus for this month, it's Need for Speed, the best known game of the bunch. The latest entry, not including the remaster in the long-running EA racing franchise, trending to the right direction. So that one, Need for Speed. Then they have Tomb Toem. It's spelled Toem. Is a charming indie released last year. You play as a young photograph in a search of Snapchats of the Epilogue Tome phenomenon. If you're looking for a relaxing game that doesn't take up too much time, Tome is a good choice. The gameplay revolves around solving puzzles by taking photographs of the world around you. Black and white visuals are loving. The gameplay is complemented by the beautiful soundtrack. Only PlayStation 5 version 2 is available to claim. So anyone has PlayStation 4 cannot get this. You can get it for PlayStation 5 only. The last one is Grand Blue Fantasy version. It's a 2.5D fighting game developed by Arc System Work, featuring characters first appeared in the Grand Blue Fantasy mobile game in 2014 versus in a style of fighters with great mechanics. It also implements RPG system with fitting considering the first Grand Blue Fantasy game was an RPG. The single player campaign is not very exciting, but the core fighting mechanics are great, and they it's earned it a 7.5, a 7/7 out of 10 in the reviews. It's available until the 3rd of next month, and that's all my news for that.
All right. We're into the shows then. This shouldn't
Yep.
actually be too long. I know in the
Yep.
past we've gone over a lot of stuff in the
Eh,
shows. Huh?
Everything, but not this
Oh
one.
yeah, and so we've been trying to find new ways to do this each time to shorten it up, but still give you guys as much information about some of the best games that we saw. And that's exactly what we're gonna try and do is just kind of keep it to a few here and there each day because there was about what was there? Well, there's 5 days of Gamescom, but then opening day they counted as a whole. No, they didn't count it as a day one. It was just called opening day. So 6 days of the Gamescom. We had THQ Nordic. There was Disney and Marvel, which I didn't get, and then there's Ubisoft, which happened recently, which I didn't get. But like I said, that was Assassin's Creed news, which I did post a bunch of that stuff to the Facebook, as I mentioned before. And then Junior, what was the other stuff that the Ubisoft's couple things that they had that you said you saw?
Ubisoft had like the Assassin's Creed, Trek Mania. They talked about Division Heartland, the Resurgent, and their mobile. The updates that they added to Brighter Republic. They added a couple new stuff to it, and I think they added BMX to it now.
Oh, we might have to jump into Republic again.
I'm pretty sure they added BMX. They have new skate parks, new little things. You know how they had.
That's cool.
I think they added a style BMX, but I'm pretty sure we probably had bikes that were like BMX on it
I think
anyways.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, they added that stuff. They added what was the other one? They added the final chapter in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. What was the other ones? They added a couple others. Let me go really quick. I know the other ones. I'm just need to go back. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, they talked about the Mario and the Rabbit Sparkle Hope, and they added game. They showed what the other stuff they added to it, and then they also have the free. I think DLC was they add Rayman to it. They talk more about the skulls and bones and stuff like that. The Division Heartland, the Division, the Resurgent, and their mobile Rainbow Six Mobile. They talk
I'm
about
waiting for that.
Ubisoft and Netflix thing. They're going with each other. Trackmania, and then they talked about Assassin's Creed, and then the Assassin's Creed thing, which would took almost about half the show.
Not surprising.
Yeah, there's
Actually,
a
the
lot.
new one, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of caught my interest. It says set in like Japan or something.
It's either Japan or China. I know it's
Sounds kind of
one.
tight. Sounds
I
kind
think
of
it's. I
tight.
want to say it's more Japan because I think they did a China. China. They did. I think they did Assassin's Creed Shanghai already. So I think it's Japan. Then they talked about their mobile thing, which is Code Jade, and then their code name Hexen, which is supposed to be a multiplayer Assassin's Creed.
All
Which that should be up on the Facebook if you want more details into that.
right.
But nothing. If you want to talk about new, really, it's only I would say that Assassin's Creed was really the newer things.
Yeah, but there was no Splinter Cell, so moving on. And then Disney and Marvel show, I'm pretty sure was about Marvel and Disney stuff. So
It's
that's
Pixar.
yeah, that's all you need to know. THQ Nordic showcase. This one did have a few, a couple of ones that I was interested in or looking forward to. Wreckfest coming to mobile. Um, they have done a good job with some of the newer mobile games coming out, and I know Wreckfest is a pretty fun game to play. Already had the chance to play it. Now, if that comes to mobile and it plays very, very well, that could be a very, very fun mobile game to take on the go with you when you're bored. And they say that should be coming fall 2022 to iOS and Android, so fairly soon. Destroy All Humans 2, that is finally coming, and we got to see gameplay, and they did like kind of an in-depth talk with that. Destroy All Humans 2 looks pretty cool. That's going to be coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Um,
Which I
Rec-
have.
Recreation. That one looks like it's going to be another fun like car game. It looks like you're going to be able to build tracks and play other people's tracks and drive around and do a bunch of stuff and jumps and stuff like that. That's going to be coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC. And then the new SpongeBob SquarePants game, The Cosmic Shake. They showed gameplay. I actually saw gameplay to that. I can't remember if it was that show that showed the gameplay or if they just showed a little trailer, but I know later on in Gamescom also showed SpongeBob and they showed a bunch of gameplay.
Yeah, they showed a lot of SpongeBob in that one.
So yeah, the SpongeBob game looks pretty cool. I've played one of the other SpongeBob ones. I forgot it was Battle for Bikini Bottom, I want to say.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
that's the one I played. That one was pretty fun actually. Played that on PS5. Okay, so going into Gamescom opening day. Uh, a few notable games here, and these shows Well, Junior watched them more recently, so Junior probably has a little more fresher memory of some of them. But I haven't watched them in like I watched them the week they came out, so they're not as fresh in my head, and some of them were just trailers. So any of these mentioned are going to be games that we thought looked cool. You're welcome to check them out on YouTube. We'll try and get some of these trailers. Actually, I think a lot of these trailers did get put up on the Facebook during Gamescom as they were coming out. But Lords of the Fallen coming to Steam, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and that one looked really really cool. Me and Junior were saying it looked kind of like we never did look up the name what those things were. Those little like Black Rider dudes, the little wraiths or whatever on the horses that are chasing Frodo.
You say they were Dark Knight or Wraith or something like that.
Yeah, the ones that were chasing Frodo around. It looks like you're one of those things, and it's like was it a what's the game you compared it to? You compared it to one, or you
I
said
said
it
it looked
looked.
like I said it looked like Lord of the Rings. That's what I said.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the Liza P. Yeah, I'm thinking.
That's the other one. That
Yeah,
one, it kind of reminds me because of the lantern and everything. There's one game that kind of incorporated the lantern when you go, kind of thing, but I don't remember what it
and
was.
Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah, I think it kind of gives me like the Dark Soul aspect to it a bit
Yeah.
because I remember in one of the Dark Souls that I remember in one of those type of games. There's one where you have a lantern with you. I just don't remember which one it was.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember which one it is either, but I know what you're talking about.
They have you incorporate the lantern with it, and you
Yeah.
go around and stuff like that. Like the Dark Soul is the campfire, and then I don't know what the Mortal Shell was, and then Bloodborne was a whole different thing.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Um
That one looks cool. I will like to see that play.
yeah, Lords of the Fallen looks pretty good.
I want to see gameplay of it. They only showed the trailer.
Yeah, that is true, huh? Yeah. Next one I think was New Tales from the Borderlands. Of course, waiting for that one. That one looks like it's gonna be good.
That's a different aspect to it.
Yeah, that's probably one of the games that I am actually like waiting for to come out because I love the Borderlands ones, and you can pre-order that now. It comes out December 21st, 2022 for PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and the Epic Store. Pretty much everything. Um, they showed a little bit from Dying Light 2, the new DLC coming, Bloody Ties.
Yeah, that's basically you're in. It reminds me of when they did in Dead Island and Dying Light 2. It's just basically kind of like a battle arena. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really. It was like, um, to me, I don't about battle arena, and to me,
Um,
in that kind of game, to me doesn't appeal.
I know one that did appeal to you, and that's the next one though. And this is a new one that we saw, Marauders. That's coming early access October 2022 to Steam. And that was the one you remember, right? We were just talking about it. I keep getting that
Marauder,
one. I keep getting that one mixed up with the first Descendant or something. Though, let me.
yeah, one of those.
Marauders is the space one. The one where you go in and loot and you're in space. That's the one. So, all right, you could check Marauders out on Steam where you can't add it to your wish list there. It's a pre-order. I'm not seeing a spot to
Mars, a
pre-order.
tactical first-person multiplayer looter shooter set in the sci-fi universe. As a space pirate, work solo or in a squad up to three. So basically, you're a pirate and you're raiding other people's stuff.
Space pirate.
Space pirate. So instead of drowning in the open sea, you're suffocating in the void of space.
Navigate a hostile battleground, hunt for loot, craft new weapons and gear, and salvage what you'll need to survive. That sounds pretty tight.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I wish the animation was for that little. I want to say not really better, but a little. I would say I would like it a little different. Still a little different, but it's still good all around.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see like more from it too. You know.
Yeah. but it'll be early access next month. So who knows? Maybe I know there's a lot of them have betas coming out.
Um, let's see. After Marauders, I will mention since there is still a big fan base, but I know not me and you anymore. Destiny 2 Lightfall is coming February 28th, 2023. You can pre-order that now. The next two that I probably would say that me and you are interested in, first one being Friends of Friends. That game does look hella freaking fun. Showed a little bit of gameplay of that. The animation of that one and everything looks good. I hope, like I said, I still hope that becomes a Switch game. I think that's going to be a dope Switch game.
Well, it just only said it was coming to PC and console. It didn't say specifically, but I'd say I don't see why not.
Yeah, no, I don't either. It doesn't look like anything crazy. Like I've seen like heart. How do I want to say this? Like higher end games or your games that are probably pushing the graphics level and all that stuff more definitely than more than that one. And then after Friends vs. Friends, Lies of P. That was probably Lies of P was probably pretty close to one of my favorite games that they showed at this entire show.
Yeah,
At
this
Gamescom.
one's the one it reminded me of Still Rising.
Yeah, and I did watch the in depth on this, and like I was telling you, they did say it was gonna be kind of like somewhat like a Souls game,
Yeah, I see that.
whereas the difficulty is gonna be there, but there's gonna be different mechanics to this game. They said like as in the fact that you can like block. I think it's a. I want to say I don't want to say it's like easier to dodge, but the dodge is gonna be different and maybe like more user friendly to get used to or whatever compared to some of the other ones. But because they're saying don't get worried that it's gonna be too hard and they're gonna have difficulty levels and everything for it. I believe they said. But they said don't think it's like basically it's not gonna be too hard, but it's not gonna be too easy, more or less.
Yeah, this game we could try it out since it's gonna be to both PlayStation 4 and 5. It's gonna be on Xbox and Xbox Game Pass and
And
PC.
yeah, Xbox Game Pass right there. That's where I'm playing. Atlas Fallen, probably that would be
Yeah,
my next one. And it looks kind of
yeah.
like I don't know, it looks kind of like God of War ish mixed with
It reminds me of a
what's that
different
one
game that
game?
they announced before, which
Horizon. I
was
think Horizon, like God of War mixed with Horizon, kind
there's
of.
another game that came out before this one where you're the chick and she has a little friend with her. I want to say it was called Forspoken. Yeah, it was
Forspoken, I think I had actually in here on the list somewhere. Yeah, it is. It's on day one.
Yeah, I've seen it. They mentioned it, but we already mentioned it. That's why I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Forspoken, it's they're similar to it, but that one looked cool, and that one looked like it had a freaking co-op app to it since there was two, and you can see both of them fighting. I hope it is.
Yeah.
If it's not, I'd still probably try it. But if it was more co-op, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Moving on from Atlas Fallen. I'll make a mention of it just because, like I said, it was one that you were waiting for to come out on PC. But Hardspace Shipbreaker, that's getting its console release to PS5 and Series X and S on September 20th. That's in 9 more days. The next one I would say looked cool was Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. That's another one that me and Angela had talked about, right? That was the first one I think he told me possibly. He's like, hey, did you see that? I was like, oh yeah, I was already looking at that. But that's going to be another asymmetrical game.
Of course, he'd be the one looking at
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
That's more his style of game. It's a fun style, but like how each of us have our own different style. His style would be towards more of that.
This one I'm looking forward to. Um, Not just because it's like an asymmetrical game where you got your like probably killer survivor kind of thing, but this is going to be a very different one in where on like the killer kind of side of things there's going to be three and it's going to be kind of a lot of people because normally it's like a one on 4 kind of deal where it's a 5 total. It's going to be a 3 on 7, I think they said. So there's like 10
Damn.
total. Yeah.
But I hope that they fix the server aspect of this. They better have the server
Finding
taken care of
games. Finding games.
because I'm gonna.
Yeah, but this one sounds like it's going to be pretty fun.
No,
I'm
that one sounds.
definitely
That
giving that
seems
one a try.
that seems good and everything. But I'm just saying the server aspect of it like that.
Yeah.
Like so far, like Evil Dead servers have been way better than Evil Dead. I mean, Evil Dead servers been way better than Dead by Daylight
Dead by
servers.
Daylights are crazy.
Oh my god, it's fucking stupid.
Ugh.
Yeah, but that's another one. It said
Okay. Huh?
early. It says to be early. I think it'll be early 2023 when it'll be out. It should be on
Oh, you got a date on that?
PlayStation. Yeah, it said early 2023 to both PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and to Steam.
All right. And then the last one that I got on my list that I saw that interested me, I know you had a couple more for opening day, but that was Dead Island 2, of course. I'm sure everyone has seen all the gameplay to that. I mean, if you're interested in that game, you've already, I'm sure, watched it. And Dead Island 2 looks like it's going to be awesome, pretty
Yeah,
much, to say the least.
that's one. Yep, I'm looking forward to that. But I hope they fixed one aspect of that from the first one. There's a couple other things, but my main aspect of it is that if I wonder if they're still gonna incorporate throwing weapons in it, or it's just like just throw like how like a lot of them you throw the knife, you don't get it back.
Yep.
Like throwing knives, you make them and they're just disposable.
Yep.
But I hope in this one that actually, like in the first one, like if you're the football player, you're meant to throw weapons and stuff like that, and you had a good one, you throw it, and you were playing in line with other people could just go grab the weapon you threw, which that sucks.
Very
If you
annoying
play with it,
aspect.
yeah, yeah. If you're playing with your friend, then you can just go, hey, that's the cleaver. Oh, sorry, here, there. But if to another person, fucking they'll just take it and don't give it back. I had that happen to me one time before. I chased him down. I kept chasing him, telling him to get it back to me. Finally did. After that, I didn't throw no more weapons. Oh, I did throw them, but I throw weapons that were just I'm not gonna keep. What's the point of throwing my good weapon if he's just gonna go end up and try and take it?
Yep.
So I
You're gonna
hope they
get
fix that aspect where that at least if it throws it, it doesn't appear on whoever other screen. It doesn't appear, but for you it does.
you're gonna get stupid
Which
jacked.
I think it should. I think they should put it like as a like with a lot of games where it's your own loot. It doesn't show up with anyone else's loot. Like what they done that to Diablo and other ones.
Yeah.
Unless you specifically drop it, then it shows up for everyone.
Or maybe just like to your party or something like that.
Yeah, or something like that. Something like that. They just have to fix it because in like other ones, it's your own loot. You pick it up, but like if you purposely drop it, it shows up for everyone.
Is Fallout like that? Isn't Fallout where is it the stuff only shows up to like people who are in your group or your party, or does that show up to everyone too? Anyone can come up. I'm pretty sure it's everyone. Yeah,
It's
because if you like put something down inside of a suitcase or something, anyone can come up and look at it and take it.
yes, but like when you kill something, each when you take it, the other like you could loot it too, and you pick up your own things. I loot it too. I pick up my own things. But if say someone
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
along like little afterwards and loot it, they might not find nothing because they weren't in that time frame
Right, right.
like that. They could do something like that, but there's also some throwing weapons in there. But I don't know if you could. I never remembered about that, but I never threw many things, so I don't know about that one. But they still need. I hope they do something where like it doesn't like I throw the weapon and I can go pick it up, but it doesn't show on anyone else's.
Yeah. All right,
Something like that.
that's
But we'll see.
yeah. So like I said, that's the last one I got on my list. I know you had a couple more. Did you out of those couple more you had? Was there any that you wanted to add before we
The
move
only
on
other
to
one I was gonna add was the where the winds meet. That one is kind of reminds me
which one was that?
bit of the one that Tony was playing a while ago.
Horizon.
No, the samurai one.
Oh, so was that Sekiro?
Yes. Sekiro. There was another one before. There was another one before that one that was also kind of like that one. It reminds me of that a little bit, but a little different aspect to it.
Hang on, I want to look at that on YouTube real quick. You said where the winds meet.
Yes.
Where the winds meet gameplay. All right, let's see. For people viewing on YouTube, for people watching the episode, which is another good reason to go and subscribe to our YouTube page. Put the trailer up here so we can watch this together. Oh, this is looking really familiar. I know I remember the name when you said it. Like I remember that. I just can't remember what the gameplay looked like.
It reminds me of basically like that.
Yeah, fast forward to the gameplay.
Mm,
Oh, I do remember this. Yeah, this game looks badass. I can agree with that.
it looks like it's a currently only PC only game.
Yeah, this one looks sick. That's right. This was
But
another one.
it says PC only, but as announcing as it possibly more platforms could be announced in the future. For right now, it's only PC, but it could be going for other ones.
I hope this comes to PS5. This would be a good PS5 game. All right. So that will
That's
do
it
it
for
for
opening day.
yeah, that'll do it for our opening day. So coming up next, we got Gamescom Day 1. And a lot of Gamescom, what I noticed, like, did you notice how I told you, like, from opening day, they showed a lot of shit, and then from the days going on, they did show new stuff, but then they did a lot of in depth talks of what they had already shown, a lot of, like, repeated
They
games.
did a lot of talking on Silicio Protocol. There was
So
big chunks of
I
them
can
that they
understand
were
why.
doing.
I can understand why, definitely. Callisto Protocol is going to be dope. That's going to be a game I'm going to stream. I cannot wait to play that. And it's another game that's like going to be like Dead Space, which we've been waiting for a long, long time, or at least I have.
Wait, I never really really played it per se. I like watching you play it.
Yeah.
That
So
game, it was never appealing me to play it. I just like watching you play. It was fun to watch you play it, and I would help you like of course in every
yeah.
game I'll help you and shit. But
uh. So yeah, that was the.
that was it was
Huh?
cool. I was like I was excited for that too. I was like when I saw it, I was like this is like Dead Space. Jordan's gonna be excited.
Yeah. So that was the first one. And they just gave an in depth look at it. The first one that I think I could say I'm actually excited for this one too. The first Descendant. Steam beta's coming out October 20th through the 26th for that. And was that only a PC game, the first Descendant?
No, it's to PC, both PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S.
And so the first Descendant, actually, let me, before I give you the wrong description, let me just go ahead and pull that up so I can give you the correct description.
All right. It looks like it's gonna start on Saturday and go all the way until Wednesday. So, all right.
So the first Descendant is a third-person cooperative action RPG shooter in which you can play as descendants who inherited the unknown powers and make them stronger to fight against the invaders and protect humans. I think that one's going to be one to look for,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's what also reminded me. It reminded me of Valorant, Anthem, Outriders, and there was a couple other
It
ones.
reminds me of an Anthem kind of thing, definitely. It's kind of got that going on.
Yeah, because when I first saw that dude with armor on his back, all that I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Oh, that I was like, oh, it's still good, but I'm still sad about Anthem.
So they did do an in-depth look of where winds meet. After that, they had Still Rising, which looked pretty good. Isonzo. I don't know if you remember Isonzo. That one I'm juiced
That's
about.
the realistic World War I Sansa, which is they're doing on the Italian side.
Yeah, so
That
that's
one.
coming to PC, PS4, PS5, and then Xbox Series XS and the Xbox One. September 13th, so in a couple days here. That one looks like it's going to be a pretty good one. It reminded me a lot of Enlisted. Gave me
Yeah,
Enlisted vibes big time.
yeah,
Um, let's see. They showed Warhammer Dark Tide, which we've talked a ton about.
yeah.
Um, Dead
Can't
Island.
wait for that one too.
This is one that I showed Helen. I was like, when I saw this, I started watching it for a little bit because I wanted to see if it looked good. I thought it looked dope, and I'm like, you gotta come see this. She's like, I want to play that. The Ghostbusters one. Ghostbusters
Yeah, I
Spirits
seen that.
Unleashed.
I was looking at it. I was like, "What is this?" It's like then I seen the beams. I was like, "Oh, it's Ghostbusters."
That one looks like it's gonna be a fun, like asymmetrical game to play.
Nah, that when I seen how the things and how he's doing stuff. I was like, and there's not just you. There's also NPCs in there,
Yeah, yeah,
and then you scare them and do. But I was like, oh, I wonder if you could pick because that one looked like at first I thought it was the green blob. You know, the notorious green blob ghost.
yeah, yep.
I thought it was him, but it was a different one. I was like, I wonder if there's other things or not.
They did have a big gameplay video on that, so you can. That one is up there on YouTube if you want to check out Ghostbusters. Definitely worth one seeing if you like asymmetrical games. I know I talked. We had talked about High on Life before. They
Yeah,
showed a. They did a
whole
gameplay
bunch of that.
video, huh?
Yeah, they did a whole bunch. They
Yeah.
did a whole.
So they showed gameplay and like did talk over it, like commentary over it, and that was one that I wanted to watch just because I wanted to see more of it. The more I saw of it, I'm starting to change my mind about it. It's starting to look like a pretty good game when I started watching the like longer gameplay and stuff to it.
Yeah, it seems good and all that, but not something. All the other games we are mentioning, I'm more excited for those than that one.
Yeah. And then one more they did. We talked a lot about, but they did a really in depth look on this game and talked a lot about it too. Which started changing my mind about this one too. Was Skull and Bones. The more and more I'm seeing of Skull and Bones, at first I was just like, I'm gonna stick to Sea of Thieves, but like I said, the more I'm seeing of it, the more I'm wanting to give it a try. They're showing some pretty cool stuff that they were doing with it
That's
that I
what
didn't
I
know they were
was
doing.
saying. That's what I was saying. At first when they first showed the trailer a long time ago, I was like, yeah, Skull and Bones, and like that. And then and then they say they did a little thing. I was still excited for it. I'm even more excited for that one. Just another little thing to it.
Um, and then that was the last one, one that I had for the Gamescom uh,
Day
day
one.
one. I do have the future game show, which happened. I do have that for day one. So I guess it happened on day one. Remember I was telling you.
I watched the whole day one. Then I probably
Well, I
I
told
watched the
you
whole.
you had a you can watch the whole day one, but the future game show is a separate thing. So after you finish day one, you had to type in future game show day one, and a whole separate video would pop up.
That's the one video I forgot to. I remember I was like, oh, it was this, and this. And then on the first day, I was, oh, there's that one. And then you told me, and then you was like Ubisoft one. I think I then end up that thing went off my mind after that. So
I don't
I
know
ended
if
up
there
not
was
watching.
I don't know if there was honestly too much for it. That really caught my attention. I got a couple on
Go for it. I think I ended up missing that one by mistake. Oh well.
there. All right, so for future game show, they did show Aliens Fireteam Elite, um, a new I want to say it's a DLC coming out, Pathogen, that came out August 30th. Um,
I mentioned that one before. Yes, it's a new one of that.
yeah, I think they just showed a little bit of it. Really, first, let's see, they had showed some Steam games, Gloomwood, which I know we've talked about that before. Me and you actually talked about that before a while back. They showed more of that. Moonshining, which I believe we talked about that. I think Nick was talking about that. They showed that.
I think he was talking about he was talking about whole different ones like the coffee, the beer one.
Yeah, I know. Um,
Yeah.
and then they did show Marauders, which that's the one I wanted to play. The new System Shock. The new System Shock looked really good. They did show that one. That was one of the last ones. That's going to be coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series XS, Steam, GOG Games, and Epic.
Nice, nice.
And that's really I thought what were some of the best ones for future game show. Um, Going on to day two. They did the first one I got for that is Alone in the Dark. That actually looks like it's going to be pretty scary. Looks
Yeah,
like could be a
that's a
good one.
remake of a 1992 game.
Right. I
I couldn't. I couldn't hear. I kept going back and forth trying to hear the name of the 1992 game, but they never. Unless I couldn't hear. I didn't hear it or something, but I never heard them say it.
Well, wasn't it just called Alone in the Dark? I thought the older one.
Unless it was called Alone in the Dark. I
I'm
thought
pretty sure.
I thought they. Well, then probably that's what it is.
I'm pretty
If
sure.
it
I
is,
could be wrong.
if it is Alone in the Dark, then yeah.
Um,
Let's see. Yeah, I remember Alone in the Dark. That game was fucking scary.
so they did show after Alone in the Dark. They showed new stuff coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. They did a talk with the devs, talked about new updates coming out, what they're going to be doing with some of the planes and stuff. They're going to be having their Canada update, which is going to allow you to fly over there and see a bunch of stuff over there. Um, they did in-depth look at Asanzo, which we mentioned, Liza P. The new PS5 DualSense Edge controller. It's going to be like a pro controller kind of thing with interchangeable toggles and stuff. I want to say we talked about that. I want to say Nick had mentioned that before.
I think Nick did mention before that they were gonna come out with something like that.
Um,
Right here.
they showed
Yeah.
Hubris, which is going to be a new VR game coming. I don't exactly remember what Hubris was about, but that's a one VR. I think that might have been the only VR game that they showed that I can
Well,
remember.
yeah, because I saw the VR headset and I was like, oh, they're just gonna talk about the VR, and I skipped it.
Yeah. They did show a bunch of AEW Fight Forever, the new wrestling game, come in.
Saw that.
Um, Oh, and then that was really all the games. Besides Street Fighter 6, they showed a bunch of and did like commentary over gameplay. I know a bunch of people are waiting for that one. I'm not a big Street Fighter person, so
I like Street Fighter, but it just got like it's just got too like all the really fighting games. They're like repetitive, like the sports ones.
yeah, I'm more of a Mortal Kombat person if I'm gonna play a fighting game.
Nah, I could play either or. It was like, oh, here Mortal Kombat. Oh, here Mortal Kombat, which is a couple new different things in that. Here's the same shit again. There's a couple little more in that. I just got tired of it.
And that was
I'll
pretty
play it,
much
but
yeah. That was after Street Fighter. That was pretty much all the games, new stuff that they showed. They talked about a lot of previous stuff like Liza P and Callisto Protocol and stuff again. Um, that I saw on that list. Did you want to add any games to that for day two?
there's a couple. There's a couple other ones you missed. There was Stray of Blades.
I
Was
have
that
Stray
one?
Blade on here. I have it written. I don't remember what it was.
It's if you look it up, it's a dude. He
All
goes
right. Let's
around.
see. Pull up the trailer.
If you watch it, it looked pretty cool. I liked it. It comes out sometime in the next year, 2023. Comes to the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam, and Epic. It looks like how do I explain it? I liked it. It looked cool to me. Let me.
All right.
Yeah, Stray Blade is an action RPG a game where you play as a rogue adventurer exploring the ancient
I
valley of Akira with your companion, a Sinister wolf. That
I do remember this.
yeah, I remember it like that. Remind me. Oh, it's a little bit more on the like cartoonish side,
Yeah, I
but it
do remember this
reminded
one.
me a little bit of like kind of like Dark Soul, but it was more cartoonish.
This one does look pretty good actually. I like
Yeah, and
that.
then you have your little companion dude. I was like, oh, it's a role playing fighting. I was like, oh,
Of
that look good. I liked it. Another one I'm surprised you didn't. I don't know if you have it on your thing. Is The Devil Within Me, which is by Dark Pictures. They did the
I
Amnesia.
remember seeing
You know
that. I
that?
don't think I wrote it.
Yeah, it comes out in November of this year on PC, both PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox Series X and X. I think it
Yeah, I
comes.
don't think I wrote that one in.
Yeah, it comes out in November. I'm surprised. Then they did Minecraft Legends, which is a little. It's like Minecraft world in it, and you build up your stuff, and then you go out and take over. You conquer the invading pigs. It's kind of a little weird one. It looks like you could probably play with other people, which that'd be kind of fun one to probably play. And then the other one
Wait,
was
that was
Couple
mine. That was Minecraft. What?
Minecraft Legend.
I thought you said Dungeons. I was thinking like a new DLC or something.
No, that's a whole different thing. And then Tobble Pop. I To me it looked like
I
a
don't have that
weird.
one either.
It's a weird. It's a little weird at the end kind of thing. Weird Tetris, where the dudes are on top and they're swinging down, putting stuff on, making. It was just weird. Maybe besides that, there was a couple other ones, but I don't think there was really much more. Those are the ones that caught my. There was other ones, but they were like, eh. And I
Yeah.
say that would be day for end of day three, day two.
Well, there's one more thing for day two. It wasn't a game. This was actually some news. It's probably gonna piss a lot of people off. But you
What
saw
else is
they're
new?
doing the price of PS5 is going up in a lot of countries. Uh,
Oh yeah, I remember he saying something. Go, I remember at the end it goes like, "Yeah, we're trying to in order to establish the thing, blah 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 blah." And then he said, and to make it so everyone get it and raise the price."
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
remember.
it was somewhat to there might be other causes to it, but what I got from it was due to, inflation and cost of parts going up, and then Sony trying to um produce more. I don't know if they got people working longer hours or whatever, or hired more people trying to produce more PS5s to be able to keep up with the demand of them and get them out to everybody. So they're raising the price. I don't know exactly what the price raise was. They were showing it in other currencies because, fortunately for us, it's not happening in the USA, but it's happening in like I don't even know how many other countries they named. I think it was like 10 at least other countries that they had named that it's going to be a pretty good price rate or price raise up.
They better freaking just order one from United States and just send it over.
Yeah. Well, shoot,
Probably.
you probably if anyone you find in the United States right now, though, is going to be on eBay and probably worth like 1,500. It's going to be even higher.
That's true.
It's going to be an even higher price.
That's true. That's why I'm not getting a PlayStation 5 anytime soon.
All right.
Unless someone gifts it to me.
MBT.
Yeah.
uh,
But no.
so that was pretty much the end of day two then. So going into
All
day
right.
three, there's a lot of repeated stuff in day three. I really
Yeah.
don't.
That's where I saw System Shock the first time. I didn't see it in since I didn't see the future gaming show. I forgot.
You said something about the Signy All Guns Blazing, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the old like arcade game where you could play like on the mobile where you see from the top, and then you're shooting the enemies that come from off screen and all that. But apparently we're adding story to it, and you have different ships, and that looked pretty cool.
We're gonna get the trailer up right now on the YouTube right after this ad ends.
And then it goes to a different ad.
All right, so they do have a gameplay video on YouTube. It's 2 minute 50 video, 2 minute 50 second video. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. Oh, this I remember this one. Yeah, it reminded me of like a souped up Galaga.
Yeah, there's other ones like that. There's I think one that remind me of that you can still probably play and on different things is Star Force.
Star Force. Oh
But
no.
in that one, you come from the side, and the enemies are coming at you like that instead of from like this.
Oh, all right. Let's see. All right, so we had Signy All Guns Blazing was one. The Miasma Chronicles one. That one looked pretty good. Coming to Steam, Epic, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. They did like a talk with the devs video on that and said it
Yeah,
would be coming out
that
around.
one,
Huh?
yeah, that one looks like a really good one.
That's going to be coming out around 2023. They showed Session, which is the skateboarding simulator. Um, Off the Grid looked interesting.
That one I was saying that looked like the movie Sector 9.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a third person shooter.
I
Um,
thought that was a free for all thing too.
they're trying to do something different with it. It's gonna be a battle royale kind of game,
Yeah,
but with a story to it.
yeah,
So it's gonna, yeah, it's something. They said it was gonna be something different that hadn't been, I don't think, done before. So I'm really curious to kind of see what they do with that. Like some battle royale, I know like I'm really against battle royale games, but there's some that I do still kind of enjoy, or at least different game modes to the battle royale aspect that I enjoy. So I'm curious to see how this one comes out because if it's got a good
yeah.
story to it, that might be
Different
interesting to
ones
check out.
are good. Like we liked the Fallout one. That was a good one. We did like Battlefield one, but now they not gonna do nothing more to it. So we're like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still with Battlefield though. I'm not that mad. I want to see what they did with the other things that we talked about earlier in the show.
Yeah. What was the other ones? We Battle Royale.
So yeah, okay,
There's a
that
couple other ones.
yeah. So off the grid, one that's coming out that they showed gameplay for that I'm like I haven't really gotten into like JRPGs that much, but One Piece Odyssey that looks like it's gonna be a good one, and just because One
Yeah,
Piece is
that
such a
one.
big name, big thing, uh that one I am excited for. I want to jump into that one.
That was a good one. And then the one Jordan and everyone else was looking forward to Ghost Simulator 3.
Wait, which one?
The Ghost
Oh,
Simulator
uh,
3.
no, actually, before Goat Simulator 3, there's one
I
that
know.
looked kind of fun, Serial Cleaners, where you're cleaning up crime scenes and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I
That
couldn't.
that looks like a fun game.
It reminds me of a different. I think there's a VR version of that where they're in like they have to clean up different crime scenes and you have to change out the water, the buckets.
That's pretty cool. That's got to be like a Steam VR or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, where you go around,
Yeah.
you have to produce the buckets, clean up the things, like put the body parts in there where they have to go. When you clean, you mop up and clean and put in the water. The water will get dirty, so you have to change it out. I couldn't see what was the name of it, but I was like, that. And then I kind of looked at it a little bit more. I was like, oh, that could be a good one. And you find the chainsaw, and then you see the dude like just hacking at the body.
Yeah.
And there's different people. So I was like, if it allows you to be, if that could be like a co-op kind of thing, that would be cool.
So yeah, that was a new game that I saw
Or
that looked pretty
or
good.
another thing could be, it couldn't be like really co-op, but let's say like you do the cleanup first, and you have to do it at a certain time. You try to do it as best you can, as fast as you can, and then the next person afterwards has to try to do the same. Doesn't exactly see what you're doing, but gets the gist of it, and then they have to try to beat you, or kind of see how what you or the first person gets the first person does it, the second person can't see it, but then the second person does it,
So you
the
gets the
first person
farthest.
and the second person can see what he's doing and see, oh, let's see what he did different,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then from there, then like that kind of thing. That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of cool. All right, so yeah, serial cleaners, and then other than they showed new Sifu content coming. I know Sifu was one that I still want to actually try for PlayStation 5. Other than that, it
I'll try
was
that too.
yeah. Other than that, it was stuff that we had all really seen and talked
Talked
about
about
before. So that was pretty much day three. Um,
with Goat Simulator.
yeah, Goat
They
Simulator
added
3.
weird shit to that. I was like seeing, I was like
There's,
green. I was
I don't
like,
know
what
if it was always co-op, but the co-op to it now, you can have a pack of goats.
the oh no.
Let's see. I'm gonna type this one in because day 4 was our indie day,
Yep.
and usually our indie days are a little bit slower. There was one good indie game that caught my eye. It was called Solstice, and I will show. Let's see.
What's this?
Yeah.
We already have that.
Did we already say it, or have we already talked about it?
No, I'm trying to see. Where is trying to look at something. Keep going.
I'm trying to pull it up for the YouTube, so we can take a look at it.
No, the game I was thinking about is the other game we have, Red Solstice 2. I want to say we might have said something about Solstice, but I'm
This
not
is a
100%
boss
sure.
fight trailer, so we'll just do this one. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, hang on. The ad's almost done. Here we go. All right, let's fast forward into this. I think this is the one that they did show too. At the Yeah, this is the one they did show in the show. Yeah, so Solstice looks pretty good. Um, that almost kind of reminded me like a little Souls-ish kind of. Um,
Solstice what?
It's just called Solstice. Soulstice.
SU?
Soulstice.
Oh, okay. Soul. Okay, I can get you.
Yeah, so kind of a slasher game. Little Souls-ish looking, little like Bayonetta-ish type looking, or Devil May Cry-ish. And then that was the only one you didn't see the Indies one, right, Junior?
1 second.
All right.
I want to say we mentioned this game before. It looks familiar.
We may have. I know that there's a PC demo available now on Steam. You can pre-order it now, and it comes out really, really soon, September 20th for PS5, Series X and S, and PC. Um,
That seems cool. I liked it. It gave me the aspect of the kind of art style is kind of like Final Fantasy, then a mix
yeah,
of freaking Dark Soul in the atmosphere, and then something else.
yeah, that
Yeah,
one
like
looks like it's gonna be
Bayonetta.
pretty good.
That's what like we said. Yeah, that one looks cool.
Okay, and then let's see here. We got the last day actually. So that was day 4. Last day, day 5, Gamescom's award show. This one went by fairly quick. Wasn't as many awards, I don't think, as normally we're used to in some of these award shows. So we'll go ahead and run down them real quick. And it started out with Best Action Adventure Game. That got Lies of P. Best Action Game was Metal Hellsinger. Um, Best Family Game, Paper Trail. Best Indie Game, Ink Inkulinati. Inkulinati. Yeah. Best Multiplayer Game, Warhammer 40,000K Darktide. Best Ongoing Game, Sea of Thieves. Best
Yeah.
RPG Game, Lies of P. Best Sports Racing Game, AEW Fight Forever, the wrestling one. Best Strategy Simulation Game was how do you pronounce this? Like Ixion. Best original game was Inkulinati again. Most anticipated Switch game was Tin Hearts. Best booth, they rated the booths from the different companies at the show there at Gamescom. The best booth that won was Bandai Namco. I don't know what the parameters they were going off of that was for. Like, did it draw in the most people? Was it the most lit up? I don't know what they were rating that off of. Um, this is the one. This is what made me realize that I think Harry Potter was an opening day, and I didn't even. I saw that new Harry Potter stuff afterwards. I watched the trailers separate, but best trailer and announcement that one was or Hogwarts Legacy. And I don't remember seeing that anywhere in the show. I
I've
actually
seen
saw it
opening day.
separate.
I see the whole thing, and I didn't see it there.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I posted that Harry Potter one to our Facebook. That was probably like 3 weeks ago, I think, when I saw it. Um, the best lineup was Play On, I want to say, and that was just like I'm not sure how they did the best lineup either. I don't know what the parameters they rated off of that was for. And
Let's talk
then,
about part of the lineup of the game they were showcasing in that time.
yeah, the company that had the best lineup for their games.
I think
Uh,
probably, yeah. Well, I don't know
and
how. Yeah, like you
and
said.
then the very last one was the Heart of Gaming Award, and I'm not sure what they were giving this to. I don't know even who accepted this award, or I don't remember at least. But it was the one that won that was the Game Industry Solidarity Campaigns for Ukraine, and that was just all the campaigns and probably money raising and everything going on for the people, and then probably game designers and stuff that are stationed out there in Ukraine where they have their studios at. And that did it for Gamescom. All in all, I didn't think that was one of the best shows. I didn't think it was a bad show by any means.
I'm gonna say this Game Con was better than last year's,
Yeah, I could say that. This one,
and
uh,
was way shorter.
yes, definitely way shorter. I like this one because I did think the games they showed were pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
They did have good stuff. The thing that I didn't care for, and maybe that's like from us doing the podcast perspective because we got to watch all of it. Was they talked a lot about the repeat stuff? I was trying to hurry up and get through those shows and see the new stuff to announce, and it, like you said, there's Callisto Protocol spread out throughout all of that. There's different Liza P. I know was in there a bunch, even though that was really cool. It was cool to see all the stuff for Liza P. because that game looks badass. But there was a lot of they announced it and then they'll get like into an in-depth talk on it later on. So you would usually see more of that later.
Yeah. I don't mind if they go into the in-depth talk and everything, but I'd rather have it so like if they announce it and say, okay, we're gonna talk about it later, okay, fine. But talk it in the later part, not like, well, here's one bit, show another shit, and then another bit.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd rather have it in one lengthy thing. I think personally, anyways, even if say if I was gonna watch the whole thing, still have it in the whole thing.
yeah,
Because for all I know, it's, oh, hey, that's the only thing they talks about it, and they say, oh, that's not, oh, that's the only thing I want to watch of it.
yeah.
And then later on, like, oh, they talked more about it. Oh, like, oh, what the? And then you find out later they talked more about something, and then you didn't know.
Right, exactly. But
But
yeah, all in all, pretty good. And like I said,
yeah,
some of those in-depth videos that they did end up showing that I had to watch, they ended up changing my mind on a couple games, like the High on Life and the Skull and Bones. So it wasn't actually all a bad thing.
yeah,
But yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps it up. Unless you got anything else to add, we did our news, we did our games played, we've done the shows.
yep. Everything I
Uh,
say is good and clear.
I know we got Tokyo Game Show still coming up. That
Yeah,
was let me see real quick if I can. I posted it up in our Discord chat. I know that. Is that coming up within this next podcast? Tokyo Game Show. Yes, actually, that's coming up this week, September 15th to the 18th. So we got a whole schedule for that. It looks like on the 15th, you can find the schedule online. I'm not going to read all the times, but it looks like they're going to have Keynote, Gamera Games, Japan Esports Union, BenQ Japan, Japan Game Awards 2022, Microsoft, Archosaur Games, GREE, Bandai Namco Entertainment, and Capcom. The next day they'll have Prime Gaming, Sense of Wonder Night 2022, 505 Games, Koei Tecmo Games, Sega Atlas, Konami, Square Enix, and Capcom again. The third day, D3 Publisher, Donut Games, Quokka Entertainment, I think, Gung Ho Online Entertainment, HappyNet, HoYoverse, Finger, Level 5, Aniplex, Project Moon. And then the last day is Online Experience Tour, Japan Electronics College, Japan Game Awards 2022. I cannot read that little one. Oh, Gung Ho Online Games Entertainment again, 110 Studios or Industries, HappyNet, and then the Tokyo Game Show ending program. So that whole schedule is up online for specific times. You guys can go Google that. And like I said, it's coming up in a few days here, so we should have a few information on what we saw from that on the next show here. We're gonna try to get back on schedule. So another 3 weeks, I think. We will see you guys. Make sure you go download Spotify, iHeartRadio, radio.com, and Odyssey. Download our episodes there. It helps us out. I always have been forgetting to say this. I finally remembered. For like months, I've been forgetting to say this, but I found out from listening to other podcasts on Spotify, which is where I listen to everything, um, that Spotify now has a rating thing, and you can give reviews. I actually don't even know how the hell to do it. Somewhere around there on Spotify. If you do know how to do it, and you've given reviews before, and it's easy to do, it'd be great to help, and it would help us out if you went and left us a review on there. Let us know how we're doing, any feedback that we can help to make the show better for you guys. We would love to hear that. Um, any way you can get a hold of us through Facebook, which is a good reason to go like the page. You can find our Discord link to join our Discord on there, which is probably the best way to get a hold of any of us. Questions, let us know something, anything like that. And then YouTube, of course, where you can find this video and you can see some of those trailers that we were pulling up. Other than that, I think we'll see you guys in 3 weeks, and thank you for joining us for another episode of 6th Street Entertainment.
Thank you, and download, please.
All right, good
Helps us
night.
a lot, like we said. All right, later, taters.